to Toyota Time with Timmy the Toolman and Sean. I have my special guest right here, Ali. And today is not going to be a sick mod video or a maintenance or repair. This is going to be a backpacking trip on the Rae Lakes Loop, which is east of Fresno at the end of Highway 180. It's in the Sequoia and Kings National Parks. And this loop is about 42 miles. And it starts at about 5,000 feet at the trailhead that we're at right now. And it's going to go up to a high point of 12,000 feet on Glen Pass. So a lot of elevation gain, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. I think our pack weight is decent, but there is room for improvement. So we're going to struggle a little bit, but we're going to spend 4 nights and 5 days out here. So our first camp is going to be at Upper Paradise Valley. Our second camp is going to be at Rae Lakes, and then we're going to take another day there as a rest day at Rae Lakes. So that's our third day. Then our fourth day is we're going to hike up and over Glen Pass, which is the 12,000 foot pass. And then we're going to do our last camp at Junction, Meadow. And then on the fifth day, we're going to get up and hike out back to the trailhead. So this is a really epic loop. It's a very popular backpacking loop in California. And you are going to go along on the ride with us.
See you guys on the trail.
All right. Here we go. We're going to Upper Paradise Valley. I think it's about 10 miles or so, straight up. Here's a little description of the Rae Lakes Loop. It's good in either direction, clockwise or counterclockwise. I've only done it clockwise, and that's what we're going to do this time. It gives a description of the route and different things. And here's the map. We're right here, and we're going to go along here. We're going to go up. I think that's Upper Paradise right there. And then we loop around, and then this is the Rae Lakes where our second and third camp will be. And then we have to go over Glen Pass, which is right here. Glen Pass we have to go over. And then we come down and we camp at Junction, Meadow. And then we hike all the way back out. So that's the route. And we are the mosquito net twins. It's not really mosquitoes, but these annoying small flies or gnats that are just swarm your face. So they're bad at the lower elevations, but at the upper elevations, I think the amount of bugs will be down quite a bit. At least I hope. So we're just wearing these just to keep the bugs out of our face and our ears. If you want to work out, filter water with an MSR. Get you a nice bicep pump. What do you think so far, Ali?
Great success.
We are starting to climb more. We're on granite, going up some pretty steep terrain. This is a view looking back the way we came, down valley. And then we're gonna keep on keeping on.
Beautiful.
There's lots of cool waterfalls on this route and just great views. If you stop and look up and look around you, it's just really beautiful terrain. Not so beautiful there, but but yeah, it's like you got these granite cliffs all around you. We're not in a rush, we're taking in the scenery and enjoying it. We're at Mist Falls, and it's pretty darn cool. We're at the top of the waterfall. Rattlesnake. He's rattling at us, letting us know to stay the fuck away. He's going off the trail though. Very cool. This is Middle Paradise Valley. Pretty nice. Very scenic. Ali was getting emotional. He wanted to put his arm around my shoulder, but I told him I don't fly like that. This isn't a Brokeback Mountain trip. He's got mosquito bites galore, man. I finally found someone that the mosquitoes like more. So this is our home sweet home. You can see Ali, he's a fashion genius right now. Here's my new Z-Packs tent, really lightweight, 2-person tent. And we have a bear box, which is nice. So we can put all our food in there. This is our laundry right here. And yeah, we are at Upper Paradise Valley. What do you think of this place, Ali?
Beautiful.
Beautiful?
Beautiful. Just take a nice shower.
Yeah, we dipped in the cold water creek there. So it wasn't like, you know, a luxurious warm shower you get at home, but we got the trail dust and the sweat off of us, which was good. And as you can see, we still have mosquito nets on, so there's a lot of bugs out here this time of year, which is weird. I've been backpacking many times in the September time period and no mosquitoes whatsoever, so I don't know what's going on. They must have had a second hatch or something. I don't know, but anyways, they're kind of mauling us a little bit, so I actually got a rain jacket on and rain pants just to keep them off me. So anyways, it is what it is. Bugs are bugs and we just have to deal with them. So now we have to get ready for dinner. It's the start of our second day. This is Woods Creek. Up above, it looks like based off the map, it's called Arrow Creek, and the Arrow Creek dumps into Woods Creek. There's a little chipmunk saying good morning. Right over here, there used to be a bridge. It's out of sight right now, the footings, but it washed out years ago. There was a winter with a lot of snow and all the runoff, and it blew out the bridge. So you used to be able to cross down that way a little bit further. But now what we're going to do is there's trees across this creek, and we're going to cross over here. And then the trail starts right on the other side of Woods Creek and then goes that way. So that's where we're going to be going today, headed towards Rae Lakes. All right, we are just about to start our second day. How you feeling, Ollie?
Awesome. Good night's sleep. Ready to go.
All right. We're going to go filter water back at the creek, and then we're going to head on out. It's going to be a pretty big day because Rae Lakes is at 10,500 feet. And if my GPS is accurate, we're at 6,800 feet. So if you do the math, that's 3,700 feet we got to gain today. And I don't remember when I did this route 6 years ago that the second day was really hard, but it sure sounds like it's going to be hard. So here we go. Our first pit stop of day 2, we're in the Castle Domes Meadow area, and we had to go through the meadow off the trail a little ways to get to the creek. But we have some pretty awesome views from here. And we're just taking a little meal break. And the creek is right over there. We're going to filter water and then get back on the trail. Hey, my hair looks really good. All right. Okay, we're going to take a nice break and then get back on the trail. Here's a better shot of those domes as we're hiking towards Rae Lakes. You just get a lot of awesome scenery on this route if you bother to look up and just don't look down at the trail at your feet. We're at the intersection of the John Muir Trail. We got 6.1 miles to go to Rae Lakes, and we have a lot of elevation still to gain. And then how far have we come? So it says 15.1 miles the road's end. So we've gone 15 miles on this trip so far. We're at a suspension bridge just past the John Muir intersection. This is sort of like the one that is at Upper Paradise, but this is a longer bridge and built a little bit differently, but similar concept. It's a suspension bridge. There goes Ali up the suspension bridge. I got it teetering, man. Gotta walk like in the center. A little fall color for you. We're going up through this pass and pretty spectacular views. Got some nice cascading waterfalls coming down. Hard day, huh?
Storm cloud.
Those storm clouds? Yeah, a little bit. They kind of look like storm clouds. Hopefully they're not going to storm on us. Well, we made it to the 10,000 foot level. Rae Lakes is at 10,500, so we have overall 500 vertical feet to gain, but can't remember if this trail undulates a little bit on the way to Rae Lakes. I think it does. Anyways, we're almost up this pass, up yonder, right through there. This is Dollar Lake. It's a nice spot to camp. We're gonna head over to Middle Rae, and then I think Arrowhead Lake is coming up too. This is a nice, beautiful spot. This is Arrowhead Lake. We're getting closer and closer to our final destination. Here's a better shot of Arrowhead from a little bit higher elevation. Great views looking back that way. This is Lower Rae Lakes. There are some good campsites around here, but we are going to go to Middle and hopefully score a nice spot. There are a couple groups ahead of us, so we'll just have to see. We just came across a little family of marmots. There's one there, and then another one right on the edge of that rock. They make burrows underneath rocks for protection, and then they hibernate most of the year. It's pretty cool to see them. I was wondering if we were going to see some. It's the morning of our third day. We got to Rae Lakes right about 4 o'clock. It was around a 7.5 hour day, 11 miles, and about 3,500 to 3,700 feet of climbing. It was a tough day, way tougher than the first day. About twice the elevation, I guess. Hey, there's Ali right there. So we found ourselves a pretty nice campsite that I'll show you in a little bit. But we've got the sunrise on Middle Rae Lakes. And the fishing is actually really good again, but all the fish are really small. Like, they're like catching sardines. A little bigger than a sardine, but we'll show you some fish a little later on. This was our camp last night, and it's going to be our camp tonight because we're going to take a day off at Rae Lakes just to enjoy the area and do some fishing and relaxing and get ready to get over Glen Pass, which is about 1,500 vertical feet above us. So we're at 10,500 here at Rae Lakes, and Glen Pass goes up to 12,000 feet. You could see right from our camp, we have a view of the lake. Pretty nice. All right, it's going to be a good day. Hopefully we can catch some bigger fish, but we'll see. If not, it's Mountain House meals tonight. These lakes are full of lots of trout. I caught 4 already. There are actually 5 this morning, all the same size, little ones. It'd be awesome to see a big one follow it, you know? Yeah. Okay, here's a sample of the size of the fish we're catching. We actually have 2 fish fighting over the lure. So that's about the size we're catching. Nothing much bigger than that. I guess it'll make a meal if we get enough of them. Got another guppy on the hook. This one's even smaller. Not a trophy trout by any means, but it's kind of fun still. There you go, fishy. Get bigger. So here's our stringer of fish that we're gonna eat. It's not a whole lot of food, but we got 2 different species. This one right here that I'm holding in my right hand, this is a brook. It has the spots on it. And then this one right here with the rainbow coloring, this is a rainbow. So we got 2 rainbows and we've got 2 brooks. So this will be enough for us to get a taste of some fish on this trip. We've got some foil, we got some butter, and we got some seasoning, and we'll make a meal out of it. One. Rae Lakes is certainly a peaceful place to hang out for a day. No doubt. I think this is something that thru-hikers that do the Pacific Crest Trail and the Appalachian Trail miss out on, because they really got to get the miles in every day, and they'll pass by a beautiful place like this and just maybe take a quick break and then keep on going because they got to get so many miles in a day. I think those thru-hikers, they average around 20 miles a day depending on the terrain. Some days they might even get more, because I think most try to do it within 5-month period from May to October, and so you can't be lackadaisical with the amount of miles you get in every day. So I thought maybe I would one day do a through hike like that, but after I thought about it, I wouldn't want to have to put that kind of miles in every day. I like to be able to go a little slower and enjoy the scenery and experience it a little bit deeper than just pounding through the terrain. So I don't know, I might be wrong, but I think the through hikes are more of a challenge than you actually soaking in the experience. But I don't know. Some through hikers are probably going to tell me I'm full of shit, but it just seems like you have to really get the miles in, and you're going to pass by a beautiful place like this and never really experience it that well like we're doing right now. Look at that. Chef Timmy comes through at Camp Rae Lakes.
Yes, sir.
Here's our fish lunch. We've got some butter and a mix of different spices, mostly from Trader Joe's, and we're going to try this out. Hopefully it turned out good. I usually just wrap them in foil, and then this way they kind of steam. I've tried to cook them bare in a pan, and they just burn on the bottom of the pan. So if you wrap them in foil, they cook a little faster, and then you don't have to worry about your pan getting all gummed up with fish and stuff. It's going to be hard to clean off. So here we go. We're going to enjoy. Here's the ranger cabin right up above Middle Rae Lake. Doesn't look like anybody's home. It's too late in the season for them to be here. It's got a loft up there. They got propane. Those windows are no joke. No bears getting in there, or a person. There you go. Rae Lakes Ranger Station, 10,640 feet. Let's go up the steps and check it out. We have a notepad. I guess you could write a poem for somebody. And this is what they say. Welcome to Rae Lakes. I'm on extended patrol away from the station and may not return for several days. If this is an emergency, please leave a note with a description of the problem, the location of the individuals in need of assistance, blah, blah, blah. When did he write this thing? Guess there is a ranger still in this area, huh? If you can get the weight down, then your experience is just so much better. It's our last night at Middle Rae Lakes. The sun has set and we've got some pretty colors in the sky. And we're just doing some end of the night water filtering, our favorite thing to do. And then we're hopefully going to be able to see some nice stars again. We saw a full sky of stars last night. It's the start of our fourth day. We're already on the climb, heading towards the top of Glen Pass. This is a shot of Upper Rae Lake. And as we get higher, we're going to get even better views of the lakes. We've got a lot of the climb done. Still got some to go. Right down there, that's where Rae Lakes is. You could see Upper and Middle. Let's see, right there, that's kind of where we were camped. Some more views this way. There's Ali. And we have to keep on going up this rock face. All right, we made the summit. That's the direction we came. This is looking down the side we're going to be going down towards Junction Meadow. We picked up a new friend, Siriaco. Him and his buddy Yoon. His buddy Yoon's still making his way up. Siriaco has got part mountain goat in him. And yeah, 12,000 feet. Pretty kick-ass view from here. Give you the full 360. And there's Ollie. Hey, look who showed up, Yoon! We thought we lost you, Yoon.
Because over here you can't see lower Rae Lakes as much.
No, you can't see lower, but you can see upper and middle.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of that climb, Yoon?
Can't describe it. But it's well worth it to be up here though.
Yeah, a nice day too.
Yes, sir.
We got blue skies.
Right.
The sun is shining.
Can't ask for more.
We're coming down the other side of Glen Pass, and right in front of me is Charlotte Lake. Right there. Awesome views coming down the other side. Just got to remember to look up every once in a while and enjoy the views. Ain't that right, Ollie?
Absolutely.
Okay, glad you agree. We're down a little lower. Here's a better shot of Charlotte Lake from the trail. Cool dome right there. We came to a juncture. We're going to continue to follow the John Muir Trail towards Cedar Grove. And to the right and the left, you can go to Kearsarge Pass, or you can head over to Charlotte Lake. We finally found some water. We made it over Glen Pass, down quite a ways, and there's a nice little creek that crosses the trail, and this creek drains out of the Bullfrog Lake area, and then this creek continues down and it hooks up with Bubbs Creek, and we're going to be hiking right along Bubbs Creek to Junction Meadow. So yeah, we went quite a ways with 1 liter of water. Ain't that right, Ollie?
Yes, sir.
Luckily it wasn't too hot. But this is an awesome place to take a break, filter water, have some food, and just enjoy the outdoors. This is an awesome shot down valley. Beautiful. We came across a forest of ferns that have changed color to yellow. Beautiful. Pretty freaking awesome. We're at the intersection where the John Muir and the Pacific Crest Trail splits off to the left this direction. So that goes to Forester Pass, and we're headed back towards Cedar Grove. Just another incredible view up above the trail. Like I said, don't forget to look up. Just amazing landscape you're traveling through when you're on the Rae Lakes Loop. So you got to make sure you take time to look up and look around. All right. We're going to keep on keeping on. It's really awesome along this route towards Junction Meadow. You're following Bubbs Creek, and you just get these beautiful shots of Bubbs Creek the whole way down. It's really awesome. So don't be in a rush. Take your time and enjoy the scenery. Oh, don't slip. We are now officially at Junction Meadow, but this is not where the campsites are. They're a little bit further down the trail. And then if you split off, you can go to East Lake this direction, that direction. But we are going this direction, and we're going to find a campsite. All right, we made it to our final campsite at Junction Meadow. Right over there is a couple bear boxes. There's an established fire ring, so we can have a fire tonight. Oh, look, there's a fire ring right here too. Nice place to put the tent right there. The trail is just right over there. So we're gonna set up our camp and then enjoy our last evening on the Rae Lakes Loop. Campfire on our last night at Junction Meadow. with our new buddies, Yoon and Siriako.
That's me.
And Ali, the most interesting man. And me. Last day of the trip, we're on our way back to Road's End along Bub's Creek, another nice waterfall. We're hiking out with our two new buddies, Siriako and Yoon. There's Yoon. And then of course, Ali. What do you guys think of this hike so far?
F this hike.
It's pretty.
Nice. Very
It's
nice.
very pretty.
Got fresh water.
What do you think, Siriako?
Oh, it's beautiful. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love it.
Beautiful scenery. Gotta look up, like I keep on repeating like a broken record. Look up around you. There's just awesome scenery all around. We're at another intersection on the way down. To the left goes to Avalanche Pass and Roaring River. But we want to go straight towards Road's End, 4.1 miles. And there's a bridge. Near the end of the route, you've got some bridges that you go over. Hello. There was a juncture that offered two different routes back, one 2.6 miles, one 2.2 miles. And we chose the road less traveled, which is the longer route. And we pretty much have the trail to ourselves because we pretty much figure everybody is going to take the shorter route because they're tired and they want to get back to their vehicles. But we're going to go 0.4 of a mile more and just have a peaceful end to our trip. And we get to go over a cool bridge over the river right at the end. All right. We're pretty much at the end of the road. We got to go over the river at this bridge. Just go up a little ways and we're going to be at the Road's End parking lot. Back to the trucks, back to civilization, back to a lot of technology and less peacefulness. Right, Ali?
Like you said.
This is the longest time you've been away from the internet, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
5 days.
Yep. It's a good decompression from the online experience and being so plugged into everything. And we made it back to the parking lot, and the backpacking trip is over. But we have some swimming to do to get cleaned up. And then we're gonna go to Cedar Grove, get some beers and some food, and then all go our separate ways back home. It's been a great trip. Thanks for coming along on the ride with us. Made a couple new friends, Siriako and Yoon, and there it is there.